This is my biggest addiction. It's my smartphone, and I cannot stop doom scrolling. I like TikTok, I like Instagram, I like some of the stuff that I see on it. But the problem is I spend too much time on those apps. Welcome back to another episode of Who the Fuck is Atlas? The series where I try different things to find out who I am and what I like. So far we've tried all of this and it was fun, but what I really found was that I like hobbies, and that doesn't seem very useful. So instead of trying to find myself in new things, I'm going to spend this season finding myself through what I do and change who I'm becoming to who I want to become. I spend, on average, 4 hours a day, every day, on my phone. Out of the 16 hours a day that I'm awake, a quarter of that is spent on my phone. Times that by the 7 days a week and the 52 weeks in a year, 1,456 hours. Or to put that into context, that is 60 days. Oh my god. That is a sixth of a year that I spend on my phone. 2 straight months glued to my phone. Hey, this is Future Atlas speaking. I just wanted to say that I did a little bit of extra math and I found out that if I take the 60 days that I scroll in a year, non-stop, and multiply that by the same 54 years that the National Health Institute did for cigarettes, I would actually be losing 8.8 years of my life to scrolling on this phone non-stop if I just kept it up the way I am now. Someone who smokes regularly would only lose 6.5 years of their life. That's not saying that my life would come to an end 8.5 years sooner, but I would just lose those days to non-stop scrolling. And that's something that I don't want to do. I'm absorbing 2 months worth of content and I don't know what the fuck I've watched. I've tried to delete my social medias in the past and it hasn't gone successfully. I enjoy following creators and I enjoy learning new things and I enjoy laughing and having fun. So clearly cutting it out isn't going to solve the problem. The issue is what I call the scroll zones. These are areas of my life where I am constantly scrolling and stuck in a spiral. And I've identified 3, and that is in bed, on a bus, and on the toilet. Could you not? This Termerus beastie absorbs so much of my life, and I will just be sat there for what should have been a 5-minute exercise up to 30 minutes to an hour, just scrolling. So I'm going to change the design of my bathroom to accommodate for that, and we're going to see if it works. So that's scroll zone 1 sorted. Now we need to move on to scroll zone 2, which is the bedroom. I'm going to set up some app limits that activate at bedtime. I'm also then going to change my phone's sleep mode to remove the apps off my screen so I don't get sucked in. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm setting up a downtime. So after 11 o'clock, when I'm supposed to be in bed and I'm supposed to be asleep, my phone's going to kick me off of any social apps and I'm not going to be stuck on them. The second thing I'm setting up is screen time limits. So if I'm spending too much of the day on one of these social media apps, it will kick me off until tomorrow. This is going to stop me doom scrolling in bed, but it's also going to stop me doom scrolling during the day anyway. I just want to point out, in the process of making this video, while trying to plan my next shot, I loaded up TikTok and I got stuck in a 5-minute scroll. And the last place I doom scroll is a little tricky because it's out of control, and that's number 3, on transport. Setting the app limits are going to help, but I also need something else to take my mind off of it, and I'll be brutally honest, I don't like reading that much. couple pages while I'm taking a poop. Great, cool, perfect. Reading a book for 30 minutes on a bus, I get bored so fast. Probably because I spend too much of my time scrolling through TikTok. So how do I resolve this issue? I bought this. My phone just plugs into it, and I can stream games straight from my computer, from my PlayStation, or any of the mobile games that I already have. Just sucked in. Just immediately sucked in. I have so many games that I've actually paid for on my phone that I love playing. Whether I'm building my own farm or ripping and tearing my way through hell, I can now focus on something that I actually care about and enjoy doing, which is gaming, instead of scrolling on my phone endlessly. And this just slots into my bag real nice and easy, so I don't have to think about it, but I always have my bag on me. This has massively changed how I use my buses, because I never find the time to game anymore, or I won't let myself. But when I'm spending 30 minutes on a bus ride, I just pull this out instead of just scrolling mindlessly, doing nothing. Now, you don't need one of these in order to play games, but this just helps me lock in, and the moment it's on my phone, I'm thinking, it's gaming time. So I just play video games the entire time, and I don't focus on anything else. This isn't going to solve my online screen addiction. The real solution is to just delete the apps, go through the withdrawals, and then be a human again. But for the time being, as a content creator and someone who likes to consume content, this is going to help maybe scrape back a few days of my life that would otherwise be spent glued to my phone. It's been a week and it worked. It actually genuinely worked. I have nearly half my screen time. I've gone from about 4 hours to 2.5 hours for the last week and this week, and I am really, really impressed. I think a lot of it comes down to mentality and deciding that I don't want to be the kind of person to, use my phone all the time. So I'm not taking my phone to the bathroom because I know there's something to do in there. Or I am playing games at the bus stop before I even get on the bus. But to answer today's question of who the fuck is Atlas, I still don't know, but he's someone that definitely has less screen time.